How can you live a more positive life? How can you be more positive about yourself in your life? I've done videos in the past where I've said I don't really believe in positive thinking, because the truth is we don't ask for our thoughts. The truth is we have absolutely no control over the nature of our thoughts. So how can you make yourself positive? How can you make yourself happy? You can't, because you simply are as you are in this moment. And where we have no control over the nature of our thoughts, and this is where a spiritual practice helps, meditation, breathwork, pranayama, it gives you an insight into yourself, into the workings of your mind, your inner landscape. And so when you find yourself thinking negatively, when you find yourself thinking positively, you're aware of the process. And that is such an important aspect of this inquiry, this practice, because it gives you the time and the opportunity to react to a positive thought or to a negative thought. If you like the video, please like the video, share if you want to share this video, and subscribe if you're not already subscribing. You can always contribute to the channel, buy me a coffee, click on the link below. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a very simple, it's a breath technique. It's also, in a way, a visualization that where we can't make ourselves positive, but it's something tangible where it can help you to realize maybe the negativity, and it's a symbolic letting go of that negativity. So that's towards the end of the video. Please stay with me. So our thoughts, we have no control over the nature of our thoughts. So we can't plant a positive thought into our head. We can't, I've heard some people saying you can seed positive thoughts. Well, we have no control over our thoughts. So just as you sow a seed to grow a flower, some seeds grow, some seeds don't. So my interpretation, the way that I approach the way that I live my life, is in that simple recognition. When I realise that I'm caught up in maybe a negative cycle of thoughts, I can ask myself, are these thoughts really serving me in the here and now? And if they're not, you certainly can't push the thoughts away. You can't wish and replace the negative thoughts with a positive thought, but just in that recognition of the nature of your thoughts, you can let them go. I've said it many times, thoughts are temporary and ephemeral in nature. They're not there in your mind space for too long, and if you don't give them your attention, your thoughts soon dissolve back into the stillness and back into the sanctity of your mind space, and that's always there. So how to live a more positive life is maybe we reverse the question and look at what are the negative aspects of your life. And I'm talking here generally in the way that you're approaching yourself, the way that you think about yourself. And by identifying with the more negative aspects, the way that you think about yourself, well, you can recognize, you can realize that. There's a thing in the yoga tradition called a samskara. A samskara it's a thought, usually a thought sort of embroiled with an emotion, and we become so familiar with that usually negative thought and associated feeling and emotion that we make it a part of us. How outrageous is that? And these samskaras, these negative thought forms, these thought patterns, we can be dragging them along through the whole of our lives without realising that it's not really who we are. It's, in a way, it's just an aspect, a temporary aspect. So you don't need to associate with that aspect of yourself, but by familiarising yourself with the process, by accepting, not denying that negative thought, feeling or emotion, well then it disempowers the thought. And through recognition, through the repetition, and this is where a regular spiritual practice helps, you become so familiar with that negative thought form, that samskara, that there comes a day, there comes a point where it holds absolutely no hold over you. You can let it go. So by letting go of the negative, maybe then you're more aware when positivity arises. Positivity arising in your mind space. It's not something that you're willfully waiting to happen or making yourself think that way or happen. Like I said before, that's a waste of time. You'll just tie yourself up in mental and spiritual knots, and it'll have an overall negative impact on your practice, upon your day. So give yourself time. Give yourself time, a few moments each day to sit with yourself, and then you become more familiar with the more positive aspects. And they can be the simplest things. It can be your reaction in the morning to the first cup of coffee or cup of tea. I drink tea that you have. And these are things that we just go through the motions because we're too caught up in this busy life and veiled by the busyness of our lives, by the stress as well, by the drama. So by recognising these little things, the warmth of the cup in your hands, the smell of your coffee or tea, the sip, the taste, that's a positive reinforcement, that's a positive aspect. And not that you go searching, you go looking all the time, but then you become more familiar with recognising these little positives. Don't go looking for the huge big transitions, because that's waiting for a better version of yourself. When you're waiting for maybe meeting your ideal partner, your soulmate, waiting for that better job, waiting for that better situation, scenario, because it's an illusion. I'm sorry to say it's an illusion. It's something, it may happen, but the only reality is to feel the ground, the earth beneath you right now, to breathe in this air right now, to realise yourself right now. It's the only true reality. So by recognising these little wow moments, these little sparkles that are continuously sort of sprinkled around your day, well then you're aware of the more positive aspect of yourself. So it's not to make yourself live a more positive life, it's just to find a balance between your reaction to the negativity, to the positivity, and letting go as much as you can, without denying, without pushing away those more negative aspects. And from my experience, life begins to unfold in we never know what's going to happen next, but there shouldn't be with that an anxiety or a tension, because you don't know when something positive is going to happen. So by being present, by being open, so we witness, we accept, we acknowledge, we delight in the here and now, in the simplicity of just simply being. Now there's a technique that I use with people that find themselves sort of stuck in a way, and other Buddhists call them sticky thoughts, because the reality is no two thoughts are either the same. They can seem of the same vein, the same nature, but no two thoughts are the same, just as no two moments are the same. But saying the Buddhists, they call these sticky thoughts, and it's as if the thoughts stick, or the way I look at it, it's more of a pattern. Your mind finding or reacting to a certain pattern of thoughts of the same nature, usually these negative thoughts, but they can sort of be revealed in slightly different ways, and it becomes a continual process. So this practice it's a breathing technique, and it's also a breath visualization. So all it is, and I'll show you, I'll describe it first of all, and then we can go through this together. So if you want to watch this video and then play this back later, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is 5 empowered exhalations through my nostrils, and it's a diaphragmatic breath. So just watch me first of all. Head, neck and spine balance. This can be done sat on the floor, sat in a chair, and it's 5 empowered breath outs followed by a deep breath in. And with that deep breath in, mentally you gather all that negativity that you're experiencing in the here and now. You take that deep breath in, and then you exhale, you let go, letting go of your exhalation, and symbolically letting go of that negativity. So we'll do this together. Find your seat, settle into your seat, maybe palms resting down for stability. And so after this next breath out, taking a breath in, 5 empowered breath outs through your nostrils. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils, gather mentally anything that's not serving you in the here and now, and then let go. Closing your mouth, relax your shoulders, allow your breath to flow freely. Notice how you feel. You don't need to search how you feel, because however you feel will always and spontaneously arise within the moment, within this present moment, the only true reality. Thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts and this simple practice with you. I'm going to be putting more content of this nature up, so like I say, subscribe, follow, and enjoy. Delight in the simplicity of just simply being.